Are you in the spirit of giving? It is that time of year when you can hear a certain bell ringing and you're encouraged to donate. This afternoon, we have Major J.R. Fritch with us from the Salvation Army to go over this year's Red Kettle campaign and other ways you can step up to help in our community. Welcome.
Well, it's great to be here.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
So we're talking about the red kettles. I just feel like that's a part of the holidays. You hear that bell, you're out shopping and getting all those gifts, and you drop some money in the bucket.
Yeah, it's always that iconic. You see in every Christmas movie, you see the person ringing the bell, and so that's a tradition within the Salvation Army. But for most locations, it's a huge part of their fundraising for the year.
Yeah, and you guys do so much more than that, and we'll get to that in a minute. But you guys are actually looking for more volunteers to ring the bells?
Yeah, we're looking for more volunteers, and we're also looking for, some additional paid workers as well, because we need to make sure we have that full coverage at every store every day to be able to raise the funds that we need to make our budget.
And what makes an ideal bell ringer?
Someone that's outgoing. You have to be willing to engage. Not be afraid to talk to people. Having fun out there. People that I always say the ones that
like this guy here. He looks great.
Yeah, the ones that are characters. They always do a great job out there. Because they're not afraid to talk to people.
Is this something you can do with your family or?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, okay,
the kids absolutely.
Yeah,
actually, the kids are the ones that are the draws.
Yeah.
When we have our volunteers out there and they're with their families. The kids love to ring that bell, but the kids kind of tear at the heartstrings at everybody. And how can you walk past a kid and not give?
So what can a volunteer expect to actually do? How long is the shift typically?
So we have a program that they can go on. It's called registertoring.com, and they can go on. Our kettles go out Monday through Saturday for our volunteers, and they can pick a shift, a 2-hour shift, a 6-hour shift, whatever they choose, but every little bit helps. We need as many volunteers as we can. They can pick the locations, something near their house, the days that work for them.
Yeah, and you guys seem to really want to work with people to make sure you can, get that going. And then also, you guys do so much more. You guys provide holiday assistance, and you need some volunteers to help sort and load toys.
Yes.
I think that's a great volunteer opportunity.
Yeah, this time of year we see a lot more people coming out to help us, but on the 13th we need people to help us to sort toys and to load our truck to get ready for our giveaway. And then on the 17th and 18th is when we're actually doing our distribution. So we call them personal shoppers, to walk around with our families and help them pick out the toys for their children, and that seems to be everybody's favorite thing to do.
Oh yeah, really?
Yes.
Why is that?
Well, because they get to see the reaction of the families as they're coming through, to see
the little girl gets her first baby doll.
Yeah, the parents. Yeah, the parents are coming through and picking that absolute favorite gift, and when they find the one, just the look on their face to know that they were able to pick out that gift that their child's going to absolutely love.
I've done a lot of stories, just in our community with various food banks and things, and I know it's hard sometimes for people to accept that help.
Yes.
What are you seeing from the parents when you're giving that help, and then they're able to give these toys to their kids?
Yeah, well, this year, more than ever before, we're seeing a lot more working families, and in the beginning, it's a little embarrassing. They've, not used to having to get that help, but to know that we're going to be able to provide for their children, give them, a Christmas maybe they wouldn't have. We had several people during our application process, several mothers that literally just broke down in tears, knowing that their kids are going to have a Christmas this year, and that's why we get up and do what we do every single day.
I'm so thankful there are so many organizations in our community. Yours is one of them that does so much to make the holidays brighter. And I do want to say, for the parents out there, I remember being taken as a little kid to feed people and also give these gifts out. I don't know if it was at the Salvation Army or whatever, but I remember that even as a kid growing up. And so I just think that's such a great thing to teach our kids as well, the volunteering.
If you teach them young to give back to their communities, and to show their communities that they care.
And some kids have so much.
Yes, my children included, but to help them to understand that there are other children out there that don't, and that are a little less fortunate than we are. and to be able to show them love in that way by helping them, whether it be with toys or food, that just changes somebody's life. And I think that sticks with you the rest of your life.
And I've got teenagers. It'll soften the heart of those Grinches.
Absolutely, absolutely.
How does everybody get in touch with you, Major?
So if they want to register for bell ringing, they can go on registertoring.com, or they can call our office at 419-241-1138. They can ask for Laura. She's our volunteer coordinator. She can get you set up with whatever you need.
All right, shout it out to Laura. Give them a helping hand this Christmas season. Major, thank you. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
everything you're doing.